Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm finally filming another reading vlog. It's been so long since I've filmed one of these and I've just been craving to film one. For today's reading vlog, I wanted to read the Off Campus series by Elle Kennedy. So I haven't read any, I've only read one of her books, and it was Girl Abroad, I think, and it wasn't my favorite. But I know that people love the Off Campus series, and I just want to get into this world. I want to see what it's about. I know it was really popular a couple years ago. I guess it's still popular. I don't know. But I've also been in a very big hockey, sports, ice skating, romance mood because I've been obsessed with The Favorites by Lane Fargo. So I just want to read all of the hockey or anything to do with skating. Like, just give me all those books, please. So I decided now is a perfect time to just like binge the series. So I have the first one on my Kindle. I think they're all Kindle Unlimited, which is amazing. I do own the first one physically, like when they started redoing the covers with this and then the sprayed edges. But I mean, if I love the series, and I know I'm gonna pick up all of them physically. But I'm gonna read them all on my Kindle first. So I have the deal downloaded. This one, I don't even know like the main gist of these stories. I just know that they're hockey romances, like college ones. So let's see what this is about. I think this one's about Garrett Graham. I've heard a lot about him. So let's see what it says. This is the description on Kindle. She's about to make a deal with a college bad boy. Hannah Wells has finally found someone who turns her on, but while she might be confident in every other area of her life, she's carting around a full set of baggage when it comes to sex and seduction. If she wants to get her crush's attention, she'll have to step out of her comfort zone and make him take notice, even if it means tutoring the annoying, childish, cocky captain of the hockey team in exchange for a pretend date, and it's going to be oh so good. All Garrett Graham has ever wanted is to play professional hockey after graduation, but his plummeting GPA is threatening everything he's worked so hard for. If helping a sarcastic brunette make another guy jealous will help him secure his position on the team, he's all for it. But when one expected kiss leads to the wildest sex of both their lives, it doesn't take long for Garrett to realize that pretend isn't going to cut it. Now he just has to convince Hannah that the man she wants looks a lot like him. Okay, I knew these books were spicy, but usually they don't include that all in like the description. But okay, I'm not against it. So, how many pages is this? 333 pages. Okay, an average book length. So let's get into it, okay? Chapter 4, and so far, Hannah is a music major. Garrett is a history major. They're both in this like psychology type class, I think, and everyone failed it except Hannah. And Garrett saw her paper and was like, "Can you study me? Because he's a hockey player, he's a captain, and he needs good grades to be able to play." And she's like, "No, not a chance." Her crush is also in this class, who is the school's star football player. So I've got that. So she turns Garrett down, and then in Garrett's point of view, he's like, "I gotta get her to agree to tutor me," and Hannah's just resisting. That's all I've got right now. And also Hannah is gonna go to a frat party with her roommate, and yeah, that's all that's happened so far. It's several hours later, and I am 50% into the deal, and I guess that means I'm enjoying it. I am. I'm actually eating this up. Basically, they just struck a deal where he's gonna help her get her crush's attention, and she's gonna help him pass the midterm, or the makeup midterm, and they're hanging out a lot, and they're realizing that, like, you know, she's realizing, oh, he's more than just a jock, and he's like, oh, you know, have I not noticed her before? And he's starting to get, like, he's taking her to parties, and he's starting to get jealous when other guys look at her. So, I don't know, I always love, I don't know what kind of trope this is, it's not really fake dating, but I love when they, like, agree to, like, when the guy agrees to help her get another guy, then they end up themselves being jealous and, like, wanting to date them. I don't know what it is about that trope, but I eat it up every time, and that's definitely the case for this one. They have kissed already, so, you know, and obviously they're gonna pretend that it didn't happen or that they didn't feel anything, but they did. Okay. And Garrett's the one definitely more, what's the word? Intentional about, like, his thoughts about, like, oh, like, could she be my girlfriend? I don't know. Hannah's the one that's still, I think, like, focusing on her crush, which I can't even tell you his name. I think it's Justin. They call him Cole, which is his last name. So, anyway. And now she went to Dean's birthday party, which is Garrett's roommate slash teammate. They went to his birthday party, and Hannah has a thing about, like, parties. She doesn't drink or anything because she's had a very bad experience in high school at a party, so she doesn't drink or anything, and Garrett's gotten her to, like, trust him to watch her drinks and, like, not let anything happen to her, and so she's, like, drunk at this party, and I'm assuming this is where they hook up, but he's not drunk, though, so it's probably not this time yet. But anyway, I am loving this romance. I think there's just something about a hockey sports romance that I'm gonna eat up every single time. So I'm just gonna lay back in bed and continue reading until I get tired. And then you'll probably hear from me. The next time you hear from me will probably be tomorrow when I get off work. Okay, it's like 2 days later, I think. So yesterday, so I did end up finishing the deal, whatever day that was, Sunday, I think. I, like, read it all in one night. I read it before I went to bed. I finished it before I fell asleep, and I really enjoyed it. I really liked Garrett and Hannah as characters, and I liked the relationship, and there is spice in it, but it doesn't, I feel like sometimes I really don't care about spice as long as it doesn't take away from, like, the actual plot or, like, the characters and the relationship. And I don't think it did it. I mean, I kind of just expect spice. It is so windy outside. I don't know if you'll be able to hear it, but it's kind of scary. Anyway, and I was describing the plot, what happened to my fiance, and I was like, you know, not much happens. You know, it's very, I feel like this series is very character based, and rather than plot, like, there's, like, little things that happen in the plot, but I really feel like it's just about the characters and their relationship, which I do enjoy. And I mean, Garrett is just all of the male main characters, all of the male characters in this series, like Garrett and like his roommates, the other hockey players, they all just have like such personalities, and they're honestly just a vibe, and they're so funny, honestly. So I finished The Deal, like I said, and I gave it a 4-star. I don't want to like chat too much about, because when I was describing it to my fiance, I was like telling him everything that happened, and it's really just character driven, so I feel like I can't really tell you like too much. I just don't, because I don't want to spoil anything. This is a spoiler free vlog. So I gave that one a 4-star, and then yesterday was Monday, and I basically sat down on the couch and read the second one, which is The Mistake. Like, read it all in one sitting. I don't know how I did it, but I did. These books are so bingeable. So I've read the first 2 books in 2 days. One a day. But the third book is like over 400 pages, so this is the longest in the series so far, so that might not be the case for this one, to read it in a day, but that's just how easy and bingeable they are to read, and like how much it captivates your attention. Like, oh, it was just so easy just to keep reading. And the second one is about Logan, who is Garrett's best friend, and a freshman named Grace, and they're almost hook up, and Logan wanting, I feel like him and Garrett, like both the books have been more like, all these hockey guys are used to hooking up and haven't been really looking for long-term girlfriends or just a relationship in general, and then like now Garrett has settled down and they all kind of crave like that kind of relationship that him and Hannah have. So that's what happens in the second one, is that Logan's kind of like looking for that type of relationship, and yeah, I liked it. I think Logan's really funny too. I knew I wasn't going to enjoy it as much. I think Garrett is just gonna be my favorite out of the whole series. But I did enjoy Logan. And then the third one, I can't remember which one. This one's about Allie, who is Hannah's roommate. And is it about Dean? Yeah, it's Dean. And I feel like Dean is like the craziest out of the bunch. So we'll see how his book goes. But overall, I'm enjoying this series. I don't know why I didn't read this like a long time ago. I think it's that like this is like the right time for me to read this series, because I've had The Deal sitting on my shelf. Like, I have the first book. Like, I own the first book. It's been sitting on my shelf for years. Like, I think I bought it in like 2021. It has the old cover on it. So yeah, I think it's just because I've been in such a hockey romance mood that these are just hitting, and yeah, I'm just eating them up. So I don't know if I'm going to be able to I don't know if I'm going to have time to read tonight, because I have some work things that I need to do, and then honestly I need to go to bed early because I need to get up pretty early tomorrow. Tomorrow's Wednesday. But maybe I'll read a little bit before bed. I also today is March 4th, which means Elsie Silver's new book, Wildside, comes out today, and you know, I might have to take a break from off campus to read Elsie's book. I just wanted to update like while my thoughts are still fresh in my mind about the first 2 books. And then probably after I finish Wildside, we'll get back into this series. But that's my update for now, and I'll see you guys when I start reading the third book, The Score. Alright, so it's been a couple days, and I have finished Wildside by Elsie Silver, and I have to say, I think that this is my favorite. I don't know if it's my favorite Elsie Silver book, or just my favorite in the Rose Hill series this far, but actually I read it on my Kindle, but I always buy her physical copies, and I love that she's doing like these little, having art inside, but I think I'm gonna give this one a 4.5. It might be a 5-star. I don't know. I need to think on it. Because I just love, like, I haven't given a 5-star to any of the books in the Rose Hill series yet, but the Chestnut Springs series is a 5-star series for me, so it was just bound to happen that one of them was gonna be a 5-star, and I think this one is pretty close. I don't know. I need to think about it some more, but I loved Rhys and Tabitha. I don't know what it was. I love how quiet Rhys was, but also so caring, and he is literally an acts of service man and just quietly loves Tabitha, but it's so loud at the same time. Like, I don't know. I ate this up. I love a fake marriage. You know, who doesn't? And I really enjoyed it. For this entire series to be a single parent trope in each book, in some sort of way, this didn't. I feel like the kid in this was barely in it. It really did focus just on Tabitha and Rhys, which I did enjoy, but I don't mind, like, the kids in her books because she writes it so well. Anyway, we're gonna stick with a 4.5 for now, but it's so good. Now we can get back into the off-campus series, and I'm really excited to keep reading the series. The next book is the third one, called The Score. And let's see what this one is about. This one's about Allie, who is Allie is Hannah's roommate, I'm pretty sure. And then she's broken up with her long-term boyfriend. And then Dean De Laurentiis is like, I feel like he's the crazy one of this group of the hockey players, so I'm really interested to see, like, what his personality is like through his point of view, and, like, to read about, like, his romance with Allie. So we'll see. I guess Allie doesn't want to give him the time of day, and he's like, I like that. So I don't know, this series is just so bingeable. So, I mean, who knows? We might finish this all tonight. It's Saturday. It's like 3 p.m. Yeah, 3:30. It's 3:30. Saturday afternoon. I have nothing else to do. Let's start The Score, and I'll update you guys when I get a little further in. Okay, so I know this was a off-campus reading vlog, like the whole series, but I didn't really record the rest of the series, like my reactions, just because I was reading them in, like, less than a day. I was just binge them at night. Like, when I got off work, I would just open it on my Kindle and just fly through it. So I think my main consensus, I don't remember what I said about The Deal. I don't remember what the last book that I talked about was, but I'll just go through my ratings and thoughts for each one just really quick. So The Deal is my favorite out of the 4. Well, there's 4, and then, like, a little novella at the end that kind of touches on all 4 couples. So The Deal is my favorite, about Garrett and Hannah. I feel like this whole series is really good for, like, a found family, just, like, group of friends who find comfort in each other. And then if you like the hockey romance side, then obviously there's that. I just love, like, all the characters in every single book. I think I gave The Deal 4 stars. I think that's my highest rated one out of the series, and the rest were, like, solid 3.5s, 3.75. Like, I don't think they were just mid. Like, I don't want to give them a 3 because I don't think they were just okay, because obviously I was reading them in, like, less than a day. So, and I was just really vibing with the books, and I love how each male main character, like Garrett, Logan, Tucker, Dean, they were all so cocky and confident, but not in, like, not in an annoying way. They were just so flirty, and, like, just the banter was amazing. I think that's what made me, like, want to continue reading them. I think my second favorite is The Score. That's the third one. I think that's Allie and Dean's book. I actually really enjoyed that one. I thought Dean was gonna be my least favorite because he is, like, the ladies' man, and I was like, I feel like I'm not gonna have that connection with him. And Allie and not see it as much as I did the other characters because he's such a ladies' man. I'm like, I'm just gonna assume that he's, you know, with these other women at the same time, but that was not the case. He like completely changed. Like Allie like made him settle down basically. Like he was so like invested in his relationship with Allie, and I don't know, it was just amazing. He's my second favorite. And then Logan and Tucker was number 4. That one has like a surprise pregnancy trope, which isn't everyone's favorite, but I still enjoyed it. I think Sabrina's a very strong character. So I think overall the entire series was like a solid 4-star for me. Like I would totally recommend this if you're looking for like I said, found family, group of friends, hockey, romance, that sort of thing. And when I was trying to describe like the plot to my fiance, I was like, there's really not much of a plot. It's really just character based, and like you're just following these characters while they're in school, whether it's they're going to hockey or like the girls like have their own things, like going to like music competitions, theater, all that kind of stuff. So it was just fun to follow them as characters and see their growth. Like I was talking about, like Dean's character growth is amazing, like throughout the series, because you get glimpses of him in like the first 2 books, and then you get to his third, and then you get to his book, and you're like not expecting much. Like I was not expecting to like him as much as I did, but he surprised me, and that's what I really liked about this series. And then the novella at the end is basically just like short little stories of each couple and like what happens after. I think after they all graduate. I think they've all graduated and have like grown up jobs now, but it's only like a year or 2 later. It's not like anything crazy. And they each have like some big life changes. And that's just fun to see like what happens, like what they do after their book is over. So yeah, I really enjoyed the series. I do want to read her other series. I don't remember what it's called, but I think the first one and the next one is The Risk, maybe? It's about like younger hockey players that you might have gotten glimpses of in the off-campus series. So like the freshmen or the sophomores on the hockey team, it's like their romances. I think one of them is about Dean's younger sister Summer and a hockey player on the team. So I do want to read that series. I think there's 4 books maybe. And then I might not get to that one before I get to the Graham Effect. And that one is the newest series. So I do own the Graham Effect and the Dixon Rule. It's the first and second book. And the first book is about Garrett Graham's daughter. And she is on the girls' hockey team. And she has a thing. And then like the main character is on the boys' hockey team. I'm so excited to see the off-campus people grown up in the Graham Effect series. I don't know what that series is called, but yeah, I'm super excited for that one. So yeah, thank you guys for watching this video. I kind of want to do more vlogs of me like reading like specific series, so maybe I can choose like another series to read next, and I'll do a better job of filming myself reading each book. It was just this series was just so bingeable that I would just like come home and get in bed and read it all on my Kindle in like 6 hours. It was crazy. So yeah, if you guys enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up, and hopefully I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye!